Asha. Welcome back to my channel. So the location might look a little bit different. I'm in my new office. Nothing is obviously set up yet on like my bookshelves behind me, but I figured why not sit in front of them because we're making a book video, and I'm so very excited about it because I wanted to make so many of these videos because you guys want to see them, and I also love watching other people do them, and I really wanted to make a bunch. So I'm going to start off by making some fun ones, and this is going to be like my first, well, I've done book recommendations, but this is going to be like my first official book video, I guess, and I hope to do a lot more. Obviously it won't be my whole entire channel, but I definitely want to do more and just expand what I do on this channel kind of. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys a huge book haul of a bunch of new books that I got, but I'm also going to tell you what I've been reading lately or what I've read recently, and that's what I'm going to do first, is tell you what I've read recently. I haven't read a ton recently just because I've been really busy with everything with the house, and also we were on vacation and stuff in April, so I really haven't read that much recently, but I'm just going to show you the books that I have read recently, and I'm excited to share them with you. And yeah, I also have a book club, in case you didn't know. It's called Asha's Book Club on the Goodreads app, but I had to postpone it for the months of May and June, I think, because I was just doing way too much and couldn't actually read like the books that we were doing as a book club. But what it's supposed to be is we choose one book a month and we Zoom at the end of the month for that book. So it's gonna kick back up hopefully again in July or August. So I'm just letting you guys know, so you can go check that out if you want to. It's just on the Goodreads app, and I'll put the name on the screen and everything so you guys can see. And I got cute for this video. I put on makeup. I don't really know how to put on makeup, so don't really judge me if you think it looks bad, because I'm not the best at it, but I wanted to because I was really excited to film this. So yes, we're going to start off with the books that I've read recently. So hang on, let me grab them out. I think there's only like 4 books that I have read recently, but I'm just gonna talk a little bit of what they've kind of been. My reading goal for 2021 was, my reading goal for 2021 is 20 books, I think, but I definitely think I'm going to read way more than that because I'm already 10 books in, and I know I can read more than that many books because the past couple months have been very slow reading months for me. But I'm going to talk about what I've read recently. So the first thing that I'll talk about was our March or April, I think it was March book club book, which was One of Us is Lying, which this is a very popular book. You've probably heard about it. I think maybe it's on BookTok or something. It's a really, really good book, and it's very fast moving, like a very fast plot, and I read this all, I think, in one sitting because it was so good. So just to give you a little bit of an idea about this book without saying too much to spoil it, there's 4 kids, and there's 5 kids technically, and they're all in this detention together, and then something very crazy happens and someone dies, and so then there's like this huge investigation around them about who murdered that or who murdered the kid, because all these people were in the room with him, so everyone's trying to figure it out. And there's also a love story in it, which is a really cute love story. Well, there's a couple of them, but some of them were like breakups, and it's a crazy book. Like, this is a young adult book, but it's still very crazy, and it moves really, really fast, so I definitely recommend this. And then our April, I think, book club of the month was One of Us is Next, the sequel to this book, which is right here, which I have that book, but I didn't get to read it yet because, like I said, April was a very busy month, so I didn't get to read it, but I definitely am going to read that one soon. And I think it's just like similar to this, but it's with different characters. But yeah, that's what this book is, and I really, really liked it. I'll probably rate it a 4.5 out of 5 stars because it was a young adult book, so I guess there wasn't really that much of a steamy romance, but it was still really good. So I definitely recommend it if you guys need a book that will take you really fast to read. That's that book. So then the next kind of book series, I guess, that I read was the Love and Gelato series. I don't really know if this is a series or if you would call it that, but I would consider it that because there's like 3 books and they're all very similar names. So we have Love and Gelato, that's the first one. The second one's Love and Luck, and then the third one is Love and Olives. And then there's also one book that they sell that has all of it all the books, or the first 2 books in it. I think it's called Love and Other Detours, so it's these 2 books, and then this one doesn't really have anything related with these ones, but these were really good. I definitely think I like this one or this one the best. The Love and Luck one was okay, but it just wasn't really my favorite, and I think it took me a while to read. This one, it took me really, really fast to read. I read this on vacation and it was so good. It's like about this girl who has to go to Italy because her mom passes away, and she goes and she's basically living with her dad, who I believe she's never met. I read it a long time ago, but I think this is what I recall, is that she goes to live with her dad, who she's never met. And she meets this boy. There's a whole love story in it. It's so cute. They like travel through Italy. It makes you want to go to Italy really, really bad. And I think I would rate this one 5 out of 5 stars. But you know what? I don't know. I don't know if I'm like too early in my reading game to be that picky with my 5 out of 5 stars. And I feel like I will read better books than this. But for right now, I would rate it a 5 out of 5 stars. And I thought it was really good. Her name is Lena. And yeah, it's really good, but she also has this best friend named Addie, which goes into the second book, Love and Luck. And in Love and Luck, it's Addie's story kind of, and she goes to Ireland, and then there's like this huge thing that happened with this boy that she dated, and her brother are like fighting, and then it's like a whole story, but I don't want to expose any of it. But it's also very good. It's just not, I don't know, I'd probably rate this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't my favorite, but it's still, I think, moved pretty fast, but it doesn't really have as much of a love story as the other 2 ones have. And then this one I absolutely love. This one is Love and Olives, which was based in Greece, which is probably why I loved it so much, because it just made me want to go there so bad. It's the same thing with the Love and Gelato one. It made me want to go to Italy really bad, but I've always wanted to go to Greece, like for my honeymoon. That's what I wanted to do. So this one made me want to go there even more. And it is about a girl, her name is Olive, but she likes to be called Liv at the beginning of the book. And her dad like left her and her mom and went to Greece, moved there, and he's been sending her postcards and stuff, but he finally invited her out there for some adventure thing. Won't get too much into it again, don't want to spoil it, but she ends up meeting this boy there because it's like a weird living situation. So, and she like kind of, I guess, really likes him, and it's like the love story in this is slow burn because it doesn't really, I guess, evolve till later in the book, but the rest of it moves really fast and it's very interesting, the whole relationship between her and her father and all of it, and it's a pretty sad book at the end. Not the saddest book I've ever read, but yeah, I definitely really like this one too, and I'll probably rate this 5 out of 5 stars. And also these books look so cute. Like, I'm definitely putting them on a shelf up here because they look so adorable. Like, the author of this definitely did really good, and I know they say not to judge a book by its cover, but come on, like, you can't see this and think, oh my gosh, I would never read that. It's so cute. So anyways, those are all the books that I've read lately. It's only 4 books, so it's not that many, but I'm definitely getting more into reading now. And the next book that I'm gonna read is The Song of Achilles, and I wanted to make like a reading vlog video on that, so let me know if you're interested in seeing that. I'll probably do it anyways, and if might just post that as an extra video. But I got a bunch of new books, so I'm gonna show you all the new books I got. I got 10. A little book haul, and I got them all off of Amazon because I have came to the harsh reality and conclusion that Barnes & Noble books are expensive. Like, I did not think they were that expensive. I thought that, you know, I have my Barnes & Noble membership and everything, and I was ready to go. And then I go on Amazon and the books are literally like $10 cheaper on Amazon. And it was just a sad moment, but I'll show you the books that I got. So I got most of these ideas from BookTok, or there's this other YouTuber, oopsies, hang on, let me get them all out of this box. There's this other YouTuber, her name is Zapf. I don't know how you say her name, but she's like a booktuber, I guess. She's on BookTube. And so most of these are from her recommendations, honestly, and some of them are also from BookTok or me just seeing them and wanting them. So first, I'll start off with this book by Colleen Hoover. It's called Ugly Love. Steph Bower, I don't know how to say her last name, okay. She recommended this, super popular. I know this author is very, very popular. She has so many books that are all rated like 4 out of 5 stars or 5 stars, so I'm definitely gonna read more of her books, but I really wanted to read this one. And it's about this girl named Tate Collins and Miles Archer, and then I believe it's enemies to lovers type of thing. I don't remember, but it kind of looks from the back of this book that that's what it is. I'll just put it up here in case you want to read it. But if you have the Goodreads app, you could also just go in there and read like the summary of it or whatever. So I got that one. The next one that I got, so highly recommended on BookTube, BookTok, whatever, is Red, White, and Royal Blue. This one I've seen rated 5 out of 5 stars everywhere. So I'm very excited to read this one. It's also Pride Month, so definitely a book I want to read this month because it is like a story of 2 boys, and I don't know if they're enemies to lovers, but it's like this boy whose mom is president of the United States. Then there's another boy who's like a prince, and he's British. So there's this whole story, and they fall in love and everything, and I'll put it up here so you guys can read it if you want to pause and read it. Hang on, there. In case you want to pause and read it, or go look it up on Goodreads. It has really good reviews, but I can't really talk about exactly what it's about yet, like any of these books, because I haven't read them. So anyways, the next one that I got is a poetry book, and it is called Pillow Thoughts. I'm sure you've probably heard of this before. It is by Courtney Peppernell, and it's a very popular poem book, and I like reading poem books. This one's pretty long. I feel like any other ones that I have are way more thin, but I'm excited to read it because I feel like you can read this while also reading your normal book, because these are really easy to read because there's only a few words on each page like so. But this one is very popular, and I'm super excited to read that as well. The next book that I read, I don't know when I will actually read this one because I feel like it will take me a long time, and to be very quite honest, I just don't feel like a summer read to me. It feels like something maybe I'll read in winter, but it's very popular. It's called All the Light We Cannot See. It's a really long book. I think it has over 500 pages, but I'm fine with that, honestly. And yeah, it's like, I think it's a World War II, it's kind of like historical fiction type of book, and I will show you the back so you guys can pause to read if you want to. Or you can look it up on the Goodreads app and see it there. It won an award and everything, so it's a very popular book, and I've heard so many good things about it, so I definitely am excited to read that. The next book that I'm going to read, I'm so excited for because I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but this cover is so cute. This book is Anna and the French Kiss, which I think this is a young adult book, but it's like a little love story book, and it has, you know, it's in France, and look at it, it's so cute. All the pages and the whole thing. And I've heard a lot of good things about this on BookTok, BookTube, everything. So I'm super excited to read this one because I love a little love story, especially if it's in a different country, because you also get to like learn about everything that's there while reading a good book. So I'm excited to read this one because it's like in France, and she falls in love, and it's just gonna be really good, I know it. You guys can look this one up on Goodreads because the back of it doesn't have anything to like read off of, but it's the collector's edition, that's why it looks so cute. The last books that I got, there's 5 more, but it is in fact a series, and I know you guys are gonna be excited about this one. The Selection series. So there is 5 books to this series. There's the Selection, the Elite, the One, the Heir, and the Crown. And I'm so excited to read this. I got recommended this so much after I told everybody that I love the show Bridgerton. And I know that I think this one is a little bit more PG-13 than Bridgerton is. But I'm so excited to read this because it's like a similar story, princess type thing. And I've heard so many good things about it. So I definitely can't wait to read it. And I'm definitely gonna plan on reading these all together. So I'm just like ready for it, and I want to read them all in the same month. So I'm really excited about this series. Here, I will show you the first book so you can kind of see what they're about if you are curious. Here's the back of the first one. So you can pause and screenshot if you want to read it. But that is the books that I've read recently, not that many, and a book haul, which I'm so excited to read every single book, and I'm so excited to decorate this whole entire shelf with so many books and everything like that, and have another shelf that I don't put many books on, and I can't wait to share everything with you guys. And my office is not fully decorated. This is pretty much the only furniture that I have in here is this bookshelf and then my chair over there. Nothing else is really in here, but I'm definitely going to plan on making another whole video for that. So stay tuned for that, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, so give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you so soon. Bye guys, love you.